What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dreadhead Beats coming at you live for your mother's house. And today, I am going to be showing you how to make a beat on GarageBand iOS, the app, only on Apple platforms. So you Android users are straight out of luck. Um, where do I start? Where can I start? First of all, let me just tell you how good of an application this is. If I go here, it shows you all the different things you could do. You could have keyboards. This is where most of your melodies are going to be. You can add drums. You can plug in your already like if you say you have a electric guitar, you can plug in your electric guitar to your phone and play from your guitar into your phone, and it will record it. Um, you can record yourself. I've done that a couple times. Sometimes it doesn't come out too great, and sometimes if you're in the right space and know how to EQ and mix well, it comes out fantastic. But it's really hit or miss. Uh, the Apple, I mean your microphone on your phone is pretty good. So if you wanted to, you could have string instruments. You can have a bass, whatever, a guitar, world instruments. You can have somebody to make your own drum beats or whatever like that. I'm not gonna play it. You can have loops, all that type of stuff, and you can externally have audio units plugged into your phone. Um, Sound library, that's nothing. But the sampler is where it's at. This right here, you could just, as you can see, as I'm talking, the input level is going in and out and in and out. So you could record yourself as a sample, or you can import samples. You can import audio loops. This is like the holy grail for um, GarageBand. Shows all these different type of sounds. You go into genres. Right now, I have it on certain categories, and I have my favorites on. But it has hundreds of sounds, thousands even. If I go to hip hop and R&B, I can look up a hi hat that I want. Okay, that's a better one. That's a chill one right there. It's better ones on here, but you can also sample audio audio clips that you've already saved. For instance, I have a whole lot of stuff right here, and that's just not even the all of it. Um, I could say I wanted to use old masters as a sample. I could just easily upload it or import my audio file, and let's see, let's put it there. I can do stuff like that. I can put it in reverse. That's weird. Stuff like that. This really isn't a good sample, but um, I could do a lot of stuff. Let's try this one real quick. Corinthian Temple Kojic Choir. Hold on, for we are going home. So I could put the little bar right here on the indicated area that I want to chop. Say I want to do this. Put it in reverse and just see what happens. See right there, that would just be a sample in itself. All I have to do is just put drums on it and it would be freaking amazing. But the sample that I used is, what did I use? It's an audio loop. Keep Shining Synth Pad number 5. And it goes like this. So that was a sample. Basically, this top half right here is the original version, and this half right here is the slowed down version that I also took down an octave. So I put gross beat on it. That's the sample that goes on for the entirety of the song. Yes, it does. Next, I guess I'll just show you the drums itself. I used a lot of drums. Take this off. No. Take this off right here because I don't need it. Delete. But I use a lot of drums. And they're pretty complex and spaced out and everything. Basically, I have the main things that I have is a hi-hat, a kick drum, and a snare. And then I put percussion in as the accent. Oh, and I also have an 808 bass. So I guess I'll just play the whole this beat real quick. So yeah, so that loops for the whole song. Also, most of the time, there's like big gaps because certain things are cut out. And that just gives it for gives the beat it doesn't make it sound as boring as it should be. One thing I will say is structure is key. As you can see, there is just a sample. There's no drum kicks, none of that. It's just a sample on this first measure. So when making a hip-hop trap beat, usually for the first measure, it would just have a melody. And then when that first measure is over, then that's when most of the beat will kick in, which would be all this right here. And in between that first measure would be the producer tag. So my producer tag is the fatality sound effect. Don't laugh. It's a great producer tag. A lot of people like it a lot. I guess I'll just play it real quick. Fatality. What I did there is I spliced or chopped up the sample to where so it would have the beginning would repeat twice, and then the whole sample would go out for its eternity and lifespan, and that sounds like this with the sample. Fatality. Right. So that indicates that the beat is about to drop, and the rapper or the artist is about to sing or rap or do whatever. So without further ado, I'll just play the first half of this beat just to show y'all my full structure on how the song should be.
Fatality.
So yeah, so as you could see and hear, a lot was cut out and put back in just to give it more of a jump, more of a feel, more of a bounce. Uh, in terms of EQing and mixing, you can mix and master your records in this program. Really, the easiest way to mix and master is to have the right leveling, which is having the right volume on the right instruments. So, for instance, this sample, I turned it down for a reason, but this sample and let's see, and this, what is this? This snare drum are two different volumes. Most of these, okay, wait, these three are the same volume, and then these three are also the same volume. Everything is just not the same volume. If everything was just really loud in the same volume, there would be no dynamics, and your end result wouldn't sound professional, and quite frankly, it would be pretty trash. You can add certain effects to your music. Oh wait. Oh, you can also like cut out high end sound or tones, mid range tones or bass if you wanted to. I cut out a lot of treble in the sample because I think it just didn't sound right with all that high end chatter in the background, whatever you call it. But yeah, you could put in different effects. For instance, isolate this really quick. If I wanted to, I could put a chorus on here, which is just makes it sound beefier, kind of, sort of. And without that, it would sound like this. So yeah, so the difference is pretty drastic. I also, if I wanted to, I could add a filter, and that just makes it sound like the song would be in a room or out of a room in a big stadium or stuff like that. So if I do this. Stuff like that, I could do that. I could add a repeater. Stuff like that. That was pretty clean. But what else? I could add, I think this is a reverse. I could stop it all together. Stuff like that. I don't know what this is called. These are called. But you could do stuff. Stuff like that. It's just a lot of things you could do with this. This would show you the tempo, so it's at 164. The key signature is in E minor, and I have a fade out, so it fades out at the end. And that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. If you want to hear the full song, I will play it for you in the presentation or after the presentation, or if you don't, whatever. Any questions, just raise your hand and be safe, because it's hard out here for a pimp. Are you serious? I wasn't recording.